Everyone, my name is Henry Meyas. You're watching the first video about simple present. Now we're gonna see simple past. First of all, simple past is used to describe action that started and are finished on the past. Just that. So now we're gonna see some structure about simple past. First of all, we have the affirmative sentences. In this case, we're gonna use a subject plus a regular verb plus ed, or also an irregular verb in its past form, and then our complement. Okay, in the case of regular verb plus ed, we have to remember this structure. Okay, so now I'm going to explain this. So, for example, when we have the first rule is when we have a consonant at the end of our verb. For example, visit. Okay, visit ends with T, so it is a consonant. We just put ed. Visited. Okay. Then, when our verb ends with e, for example, live, we just put a d at the end of our verb. Okay, lived. When our verb have a consonant, a vowel, then a consonant, we have to duplicate the last consonant and add ed. For example, stop. Stop. It has a consonant, a vowel, and a consonant. Okay? So we duplicate the last consonant and add ed. Stopped. Okay? In this case, we use when our verb, for example, ends with a consonant plus y, we have to replace the y by and then we have to add ed. For example, study. Study. Okay? This y at the end is replaced by an and we have to put ed at the end. Studied. Then, when we have a verb ending with a vowel plus an y, we just put ed. For example, the verb play. In this case, it has a vowel, a y, so we just put ed at the end of our verb. Okay? So you have to recognize this and remember this. Okay? So now let's see other structures. And also you have to remember that the regular verb goes with its past. Okay? So for example, the past of buy is bought. If the past verb of a regular verb, for example, goes in the second file of a list verb, this is in many cases. Okay, so in that way you can recognize them. Then we have the negative structure that goes with a subject, our auxiliary verb, that in this case is going to be did, plus not. Then our infinitive verb that goes on the first file of our verb list. Okay, and then our complement. For example, we're gonna use in this case play. It's without add ed at the end because we have in here our auxiliary verb to describe past tense or past time. Okay. Then we have an interrogative form to speak, and we have our auxiliary verb that is did plus our subject plus an infinitive verb, the same of play, the first file, you have to remember this. And then we have our complement. Okay, so that is everything of structure, grammar structure in fact. Okay, hope to see you then. Then we're gonna see some exercises. So now we're gonna see some exercises about simple past. Okay, so First of all, we're gonna use, for example, Tom. Tom visit us yesterday. Tom visit us yesterday. In this case, how we are using this in simple past, we have to consider this rule. Okay, so visit and with T, so we have to put ET. So, Tom visited us yesterday. Okay, and then we're gonna use she. Okay, you can also use a name of a woman. Okay, she sang. Okay, she sang last week. Sang is the past verb of sing. Okay, this is a irregular verb. So, those was affirmative sentences. Those were affirmative sentences. Now we're gonna see negative sentences. Okay, so in the case of negative sentences, as I said before, we use a subject. Tomás, for example. This is very Spanish name. Tomás. Tomás. Our auxiliary verb did last night. Tomás did not play tennis, for example. In the case of did not, we can contract this by didn't. Okay, so as I said on the first video, did not, in this case, did not is used just for formal way to speak, and then we have the contraction for informal way to speak. Okay, so Thomas didn't play tennis. Okay, then we have another example. In this case, we're gonna use Susan. Susan did not Okay, Susan did not sing last week. In this case, did not, very formal, didn't, informal. So now we're gonna see interrogative form. Okay, so the interrogative form goes with our auxiliary verb, that in this case is did. Did you do your homework, for example? We have our auxiliary verb, our subject, our infinitive verb, and then our complement. Okay? We can also can use a WH question. In this case, we're gonna use what, for example? What? Our auxiliary verb, did. Our subject, in this case, we're still using you. Okay, what did you do yesterday? You have to remember our question mark, okay, because this closes our sentence and represents that it is an interrogative sentence. What did you do yesterday? We're using the same verb, okay, but we can also use another verb, another infinitive verb. So now we're gonna see some exercises about simple past. Okay, so first of all we have last year I go to England. In this case, how we are using simple past and we're saying last year, it is on past. So the verb go, we have to put it in past. Okay, so in this case, go, how it is an irregular verb, we put it went. Okay, so last year I went to England. Then we have Homer visit his parents. In this case, visit is our infinitive verb, so we have to put it on past. So in this case, visit, how it ends up with a T, it is a consonant, we have to put ed at the end. So Homer visited his parent. Then we have we walk to school. In this case we are using simple past, so we have to put our infinitive verb in its past form. And in this case it finished in consonant, so we just put ed at the end. Then we have it not rain a lot. In this case we have to use our negative structure. For this we use didn't rain a lot. It didn't rain a lot. So in this case we're using didn't as an informal way to speak, because we can also put did not rain a lot. Okay, so this is everything for today. I hope to see you in the next time. Bye.